Hello, substreamers, and sorry for those of you who don't speak Gibberlink. Welcome to Substream News. I'm Joseph, and we are your guide to the weird, the wild, the wonderful from the world this week. Let's jump right into it. Now, guys, if you're completely lost by that intro, my weird face making weird shapes, and that strange sound that you heard, then you probably haven't seen the viral video doing the rounds right now about Gibberlink. Yeah, Gibberlink. It's a really weird name, but basically it's a language for AIs that has been designed by Meta engineers Anton Pidquico and Boris Starkov. Essentially, they realized that human language probably not the most efficient way for two AI agents to talk to each other, and so they invented a higher frequency voice or noise for them to communicate. Very interesting, right? Here's the scoop. Let me slide over. Can put the video right here. One agent asked for help with a reservation. The other confirmed it was also an AI agent. They realized it pretty quickly. They switched to Gibberlink to communicate more effectively using sound waves that pretty much sounded like dial-up modems. It's just... Well, you heard it for yourself. The creators say that this saves time, money, and computing power when AIs interact. Now, experts believe that this is a pretty realistic use case for AI, right? It's commerce, it's hospitality, it's finance. It's basically getting AI to call up and book things and pay for things for you. And some people saw this video as like, yeah, this is a staged production, la la la, but actually it wasn't. It's been proven to be authentic, and that kind of gets us one step closer to the future. When things that look too futuristic to be true are actually true, that's usually a good signal, actually. Now, why on earth do these robots need to move to separate communication channels? It's just to get more done. It's about optimization, efficiency, and productivity. And I think that's pretty cool. That's kind of the job of AI agents. Why should they limit themselves to human speech if it slows them down and makes them achieve less? So I'm really curious how these guys built a language based just on strange sounds. Well, I mean, every language is just based on strange sounds, but this one has been invented, coded, programmed. It's totally different to any human language and any coding language. It's a totally new approach, and I think it's very interesting. As a linguist myself, I'm curious what they've done here. So I need to go take a deeper look. If you want to have a deeper look at the project, of course, the link is down in the video description below. As always, we share our sources. But for now, we're going to go on to the next story. Okay, so some tech, like in the last story, is pretty amazing, pretty innovative. But some tech is failing, or it's exposing its flaws, or perhaps even exposing its biases. Yes, even the iPhone dictation feature, which recently, bizarrely, and what seems almost deliberately, started calling Trump a racist. Now, they're actually claiming that this is an accident, but some people said that whenever they said the word racist, the word Trump briefly appeared before being autocorrected to racist, or whatever word they were actually saying. Let me give you a little breakdown of what happened. Here's a fact file. So first, a viral TikTok video of the glitch sparked outrage. Everyone was triggered, with conservatives accusing big tech of political bias. Snowflakes. Step 2, Apple says it's a phonetic overlap issue where speech recognition models sometimes show words with similar sounds before connecting with the intended word. So if you said rump, as in rump steak, and wet, as in covered in water, and you said wet rump, it might hear Trump. I don't think anyone's called him a wet rump, but I could be the first. Sorry, Donnie. Step 3, part 3 is that the company said, yeah, we're going to fix it. Even if it's accidental, it's a bit weird. I personally am of the opinion that a liberal coder at the company put this in there just to be controversial and as a little F you, Donnie kind of thing. Maybe a weird little kind of revenge. Who knows? But Did it work? Did he care? Probably not. Does it make the iPhone dictation app look a bit silly? Yes, absolutely. So perhaps we best move on to the next story. I want to confess something. I was a Blackberry owner. Yep. Right up until I was about 21, when I won an iPhone 4 at a local summer fete or festival. Basically, you pay 20p English money for a ticket. I think I bought 5 for £1, and one of my tickets won this iPhone. And up until that point, I had a Blackberry, and I loved BBM Messenger, and I loved the typing so much. It was so good to have a full QWERTY keyboard of my thumb tips. It was brilliant, and that was before iMessage, right? So back then, most of my friendship group, we were using Blackberries because it was a way we could stay in touch instantly for free, because BBM Messenger was free at a time when iMessage wasn't free, or iMessage hadn't been introduced. They were still on SMS. So I do have some sense of nostalgia and love for these old Blackberries, and that's why this next story is so important to me. I want to make the second note, and it's something I've talked about before, but technology is homogenizing. This TV behind me could be any brand in the world because they all look the same, right? This phone looks the same as pretty much every other phone on the market right now. Just from that quick little flash of my phone, maybe some of you could guess what it is, and maybe some of you couldn't. And that probably just says how lacking in identity phones are right now. But beyond this homogenization, some businesses are getting back into the business of phone creativity, and I'm happy about that, because I was always customizing my old phones, buying phone cases and paying for ringtones and all sorts of stuff. It's your identity. Your phone is such a big part of your life. Well, this company that I'm super interested to introduce, this is not sponsored, by the way. I actually just love this because it's sick. They're called Clicks. It's a startup phone case company that have introduced probably the best phone case I've ever seen, but they're kind of expensive. They can be up to like $150. Unless you have a Motorola Razr, they have a special case for that. It's just $50. $100 for a Samsung Galaxy. Now this one, you may have guessed, is an iPhone 15. I just bought it last week. Yes, I miss my pink iPhone 13 mini, which you've seen in 95 videos before this one, perhaps. But just look at this beautiful phone case. Look at it. Stunning. I love the keyboard. Now, I thought you might want some data about it, because you can see what it is. It's a phone case that you put your phone in and it gives you access to a full QWERTY keyboard. Amazing. They've sold over 100,000 clicks since it launched in January 2024, so a year and 3 months. It's Android compatible, Motorola compatible, Google Pixel, Samsung Galaxy, la la la. There's also an app, a free app that comes with it, and the Android version also allows for further customization. It also has caps lock and return key, which is pretty cool. It has a backlit keyboard powered by USB-C and requires no battery, connects directly to your phone and is powered by your phone's battery, which again, pretty cool. It also comes with Google Gemini API built in, which I love. I think Google Gemini is one of the best AI tools out there. It's one of the best models. It's arguably the fastest up there with Grok. Every time I've used Google Gemini, I said, why is this not a bigger part of the conversation? It seems just as good as OpenAI for me, in my opinion. I might be wrong. You may have a different experience from it. On that note, let's move on to the next story. Okay, guys, the penultimate story. For anyone still watching, thank you. And of course, if you see me thanking you, that means you are still watching. So for anybody who isn't still watching, boo you. They won't see that because they've left already. Don't worry, the joke is on them, because they won't get to know about this fantastic scientific discovery I'm about to tell you about. So researchers at the University of Texas, Austin, they have found a way to turn everyday thrown away waste, like food waste, into a technology that can pull clean air straight out of the environment. This is awesome. This would be very useful in an apocalyptic future like Fallout or something like that, or The Last of Us, right? When access to water is completely at its end. Now, the team built this tool using different organic materials, and they call them molecularly functionalized biomass hydrogels. What on earth? Why not keep it simple, stupid? Basically, they extract drinkable water from the air, and it's from the humidity, of course, and they produce about 4 gallons daily per kilogram of material. That's 3 times more than typical water harvesting technologies, and I find that really hard to believe. Now, I've got a quote here from Professor Guihua Yu, who led the research team, and Guihua Yu says, "This opens up an entirely new way to think about sustainable water collection, marking a big step towards practical water harvesting systems for households and small community scale." Lovely. Now, from this point on in the story, it gets a little bit technical, a bit out of depth for me. The science is a bit complex. You might know science and be educated and absolutely love it. So please, again, go down to the video description, find this video, click it and read it. And before you do that, or after you come back, smash subscribe because we need your subs. Thank you. Let's move on to our final story. Woo! Yo! It was just a few weeks ago I was talking to you about that really weird futuristic kind of lollipop thing. You might remember it. Photo of it right here. Basically, you put it in your mouth and it could synthesize flavors by attacking different taste buds on your tongue. It was totally bonkers. Let's just leave it at that. It was a weird story, but I think this next one might be even weirder. You may be able to taste your next video game. Yeah, that's the future. They said we'd have flying cars. No, you've got tasting video games. Researchers have created a tool called e-Taste, not a flying car. It's a device that lets users taste virtual flavors in AR, VR. That's augmented reality and virtual reality. Delivers salty, sweet, sour, bitter, and umami tastes through a small tab on the tongue controlled by an electromagnetic pump. It's been tested and it was successful, and it replicated different complex flavors like chicken soup, and it was adjusted for intensity. It's safe, it's customizable, it's bite resistant. They believe not just gaming will find applications for it, but interactive storytelling, online food shopping, weight management, and aiding people with taste impairments. Okay, the grocery shopping one. Right, this is the future we're heading towards. You sat at home. Oh, I can't be bothered to go to the supermarket. Think I'll do my shopping online. You jump on the website, right? You're scrolling up Tesco or Walmart, wherever you are, whatever your shop is. You're scrolling up Aldi website. And it says, new cinnamon raisin bakes. And you go, oh, that sounds nice. Do I even like cinnamon? What's cinnamon? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, hang on. And you get your magic lollipop out and you lick it and you go, oh, cinnamon, lovely. I don't know why I just licked my SD card converter, but you get my point. How weird. You could be sat at home licking some little device to find out the flavor while you're doing your online purchasing. I thought that was a mental idea. Now, scientists gave the idea that you could taste virtual ice cream before buying it. What? Why not just taste the ice cream if you're there? Whatever. Guys, that's it for me. That's on a final note. I just think it's funny. Again, I thought the bloody lollipop thing was stupid. This new one, this is even worse. Sucking on a blooming taste robot. Come on. Give me a flying car or a flying motorbike. That'd be even better. I don't want passengers. I want to listen to my own tunes. Right, guys. I'm Joseph. This is Substream News. Thank you for tuning in. Big changes coming to this channel. I hope you stay tuned. I hope you subscribe because we've really got exciting things coming up. Yeah, I'll say no more. Bye for now.